Emily though, that I would put her all the way at the top, honestly.
For special kisses, I'm
Yeah,
gonna let
special
you do
kisses.
that. Yeah, special kisses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do that. I do like her. I think she's very sweet.
Yes.
Um, I don't think I'm gonna marry her, but I do like her a lot, and I
Yeah.
will let her stay there.
I'm gonna argue that she's just probably one of the best original characters, honestly. Like there's really
Mhm.
nothing especially bad about her. Like
Yeah.
not even in an unrealistic sense where like there's no way she would be like that. Like she would be that nice because she's not
Mhm.
technically that nice. She
Yeah.
is like she is realistically frustrated and like angry at her
Yeah.
sister, at her like parents and stuff for like
Mhm.
essentially leaving them kind of thing, you know, like
Yeah.
both of them are like that. But also she does have with the seasonal outfits one of the best costumes in the game.
I know you love clowns.
It's just a really
Yeah.
good costume and overall she's just a really nice, fun,
Mhm.
you know, who wouldn't like her kind of
Yeah.
character,
And she's
honestly.
friendly. She's sweet. She has her whole like little bird thing that's really
Yeah.
nice.
Rescues the
And
bird and takes care of it.
yeah, I really like that. And she's like a crystal girl, but like the
Nice kind.
friendly, nice kind.
Not
Yeah.
like the crazy one.
Yeah. You know, she's just like, these are really cool.
Haley.
I like Haley.
Haley is nice
Mhm.
eventually
Yeah.
in one way or another.
And in the beginning, her meanness isn't like cruel necessarily. It's just kind of like,
It's just the kind of it's kind you like. You just like being talked down to a little bit.
yeah, it's like a little condescending, but it's not like mean. Like she doesn't like leave me alone, weirdo freak.
She's like,
She's
"Oh,
more
you're so
just
sweaty
like,
and dirty, farmer.
you have grass stains on your jeans. You know?
You're
And I
so
kind of like
naughty."
that. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna say special kisses, and I like her more than Emily.
Well, I don't. So we're gonna put her below Emily. Marnie, I am willing to put her as high as below Haley, honestly,
Really?
because I think she is another MILF,
Wow.
even though she's not technically a MILF.
Wow.
But I guess it really depends on what you define as MILF, because she does have all those little baby animals that she raises.
That's true. And she has raising Jazz,
Yes,
you know?
she is technically raising Jazz as a mother,
Yeah,
and Shane in a way too as a
yeah.
mother.
I'm willing to put her there. She does seem like she is, you know, a good mother figure for both of them.
Like if Lewis wasn't in the picture, I would willingly
She
be with her.
deserves so much better than Lewis. I wish you could break them up.
Like if I had to choose, if I had to choose another character that wasn't me to be with Marnie,
Yeah.
I would choose Marlon, because
Yeah.
Marlon has at the very least been like, Marnie looks really nice today at like the flower
Yeah.
dance.
Lewis doesn't compliment her.
No, he's all business.
Yeah. And whenever you go to the bar on Friday nights and you talk to them, she's focused on him and she's like super into him and he talks back to you.
Yeah.
She doesn't notice you. He does.
So really
It's
up to you if you
fucked.
want to put her in special kisses or you know, like essentially below Krobus. Because once again, nobody's topping Krobus in this row.
I'll leave you up. I'll let you go with next to Haley. I
Olivia.
wonder where she's going.
Olivia, personally, I would put Olivia above Emily even.
That's fine. You can put her above
Just
Emily.
because if you looked up MILF in the dictionary,
It would be
just be a
her.
picture of Olivia.
I agree.
She does have some problematic bits, but
With
that
her
is
son especially.
yeah, but that is for the most part partially what makes her cool. She's kind of like a person.
Yeah.
You know, she's not a
real.
caricature.
Yeah.
She has a tragic backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Loves her son, but is just like, to be fair, it's kind of a bad communication thing there.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell her anything.
Yeah.
And she's just like, why don't you do anything?
Yeah.
It's kind of just like they don't talk to each other enough.
Yeah. She is
But she does still take care of him.
Yeah. She has high expectations for him for sure. But also
He's really smart and they're
Yeah.
filthy rich.
Yeah,
So it's
and I
kind of like
can-
makes sense.
I can see why she would think like, oh, he's not working right now because he wants to use just like my money forever.
Yeah.
Like I coddled him too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. It's just a poor communication thing for them.
But also, once again,
She's nice enough.
hottie.
Yeah, and a
And
hottie.
she loves calling me sweetie and honey.
I know.
Philip,
Yeah.
I would put him.
I like him.
I'd put him under
probably-
Penny, honestly, because he's a nice guy. There's really nothing wrong with him. I don't find him super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Once
He's
again,
a marriage candidate for me.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I put him in like under Penny,
Yeah.
like above the Junimos. But
I would put him for special kisses because I'm considering marrying him.
But I mean, I guess we can put him under Marnie, I guess, if you really want.
Yeah,
Because
he's up there for me. So.
I think he's a cool, nice
Mhm.
guy. I just think he's a little boring.
Yeah.
He's just a little. Once again, it's a problem with basically any of the non or not basically any. Most of the rich side characters is they're a little too one note.
Yeah.
They're either kind of a piece of shit or overly nice.
Mhm.
And he is just like he's just like, man, I just love helping people. This is
Yeah.
so sick. Yo, George, you can do. I will say whatever. I want you to like reconsider this though.
Mhm.
We can. I want you to
Yeah.
have this and this and this.
He has a very good bedside manner, very good practitioner. I trust him. I think he would be a good husband and father. Shane, I can fix
Shane.
him.
Yeah, you can fix it.
I can fix him.
I'm willing to let you put him below Olivia, if you want,
Really?
if you like him that much.
Wow.
Because like I do obviously like any of the girls more, but
Mhm.
like he's not necessarily a nice enough guy, but like he wants to be a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
He is just in the same boat as Pam, but significantly younger and nothing to keep him grounded.
Correct. Yes.
Except for his shitty, terrible, awful retail job.
Yes. So I do appreciate you letting me put him that high. I'm not going to because I don't think that he improves enough when you marry him because he still has his shitty gross room. If he didn't have his shitty gross room, I would put him higher. Um as of right now, I'd like him in between Haley and Marnie.
Victor.
I'd like to put him with his mother.
Yeah, I can allow that, he's not above. It doesn't matter what you think. He's not above his mother just because he's not as attractive as his mom.
That's valid. I do wish
Like
he was hotter.
Like that's just a straight up thing. Like you know what they say? His dad must have also been at least a little handsome because he's not as handsome.
Yeah.
And they you know what they say about parents? You either have ugly parents and a pretty kid or pretty parents and an ugly kid.
That's true.
But he's still a nice guy. Similar to his mom, he's like a relatively grounded, realistic-ish character.
I like his whole bridge thing. I do think he obviously should have told his mom earlier, but I like that he has this passion that he's doing something with, and he's like doing this apprenticeship, and that he's going to eventually become the bridge builder and maintainer for the whole valley.
Yeah. He's overall, like I said, he's a cool dude. He's not a bad rich person. He's just like he just doesn't know what he really wants. Well, he knows what he wants to do. It took him a bit to figure out what he wanted to do.
Yeah, but he's
like,
doing it.
He just doesn't know how to. Once again, he just doesn't know necessarily how to communicate that to his mother.
Yeah, and
but
he
to
wanted
be fair,
to wait until it was all said.
Yeah, he wanted everything like once I'm basically once I'm basically running this whole valley, that's when I'll tell her.
The day of my first job where I am the manager.
Once I become president, I will let her know.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching. Like this video if you want to see more.